85% of women have problem with their periods, their hormones. I happen to be one of them. I'm a PhD level scientist. I have a degree in pharmacology. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is I had 7 miscarriages just to find out it was due to a hormone imbalance called low progesterone. Now at 44, I'm seeing the same symptoms through perimenopause that are due to the same imbalance of my hormones. So I invented a new way to measure hormones in urine, which are now FDA cleared. And I wanted to found a company that really filled the gap and gave women information about their hormones so they can advocate and have an active seat at the table with their health. So PROOV is a platform that provides at-home testing. We go from fertility to menopause. We're going to talk about menopause today in our new Empower test. 3 out of 4 women get turned away from the doctor when they come in with symptoms. Either they're not given testing, everything's normal, but they're not given a good solution on how to manage, what they think might be perimenopause or hormone imbalance. And that's because the current ways to track hormones in menopause are inaccurate because they only measure a single point in time. So we built a better menopause test. So how does it work? So first thing you do is you purchase a kit on Amazon or a website. You download the free app. The app will onboard you, ask you your age, your symptoms, any cycle changes, cycle length, if you have a cycle, all that fun stuff. Personalize your protocol, and then you'll be asked to test 4 different times during your cycle. You'll collect first morning urine, dip a strip, wait 10 minutes, upload it to the app by taking a picture. We will then analyze your exact hormone concentrations, give you a friendly report. Then the good part, or the most essential part, is we give you personalized symptom management. So it's not about if it is menopause or perimenopause, but how do you manage your symptoms? So we are the only full cycle menopause test. Other tests measure a single point in time, which doesn't give you this crazy pattern of hormones. So we measure all 4 of your hormones, FSH, LH, estrogen, and progesterone, 4 different times during your cycle to get when they're naturally high or low to see how your body and your hormones are fluctuating. And so by doing that, we can do 2 main things. The first one is we give you your menopause stage. This is, this is based off of your FSH hormone levels, your cycle changes, your age, your symptoms. So similar to what a doctor would do, and it tells you where you are on that spectrum of the menopause transition. Like Ben said, takes about 10 to 12 years. But the other cool thing is we take and we tell you what your hormones are, if they're optimal or not, and how they correlate with your symptoms. And this is what is going to give you that personalized symptom relief. And so with that information, we give personalized solutions, whether that's connecting with medical providers to get prescriptions or natural holistic solutions that are not prescriptions like supplements or lifestyle changes. And so what we want to do with Empower is we launched our MVP in July on Prime Day, and we have gotten so much consumer feedback that we are launching an user optimized product by January 1st. And we really want to increase the solution base for our users. We are really, really good at understanding hormones, but we want to provide a holistic solution base by partnering with other people on the lifestyle, supplement, product, and medical support side of it. So lifestyle, we can do coaching like the Pause, who you'll hear from pretty soon, tracking like Oura Ring or Apple Watch, and mental health like products like Prickly Pear. Products, supplement, all the, the Versalie supplement, the beauty products, the dietary bars, whatever, medical support. So hormone therapy, weight loss, mammograms, anything you name it. We want to be a hub for women's health and provide support across their midlife. So the use of funds is going to help us expand distribution. So our fertility has a lot of distribution, but our menopause is just our website and Amazon right now. Collect more data so that we can be better predictive for women and get better personalized solutions. Find partners to partner with so that we can increase our offerings and increase education and awareness, because a lot of women know that they're just not themselves and they're feeling off, but they don't know what it is yet. And so we want to help educate about their hormones, about the process, and bring them solutions that are going to work the first time. That's it. Thank you.
Amy, thank you so much, and congrats on making it to the finalist stage. Now we'd like to open it up to some questions from the judges. And what I was going to do is just kind of go through and ask each judge if they have a question. If they don't, you can pass to the next. But Ben, any questions from you about this presentation?
Perfect. Great job, Amy. Good to see you. A quick question on B2B as a route to market in the future. I know you're fully focused on consumers at this point. Have you had a positive reception from HCPs broadly? Are you looking at employer partnerships at some point? Can you talk a little bit about aspirations there?
Yes, so the medical providers has been a really tough challenge, to be honest, because the Menopause Society guidelines are evidence-based research, and there's no evidence-based hormone tests out there because they're all doing that one point in time tracking, which is absolutely not helpful. And so it's really showing them this is a different way to track hormones and to track hormone health. And it's really about building more data set and more proof points to show that we are able to manage women. The other opposition we hear is, well, we know it's perimenopause. She comes in here, she's 45. I'm like, well, you might know with your medical education, but women don't know. They need some tool that they can do at home. You know, women want to track. They want to know part of their future. They just want to have that ownership in their health journey. And so, you know, kind of marrying the two, consumer, healthcare provider together, is our ultimate goal. It's just going to take more education. Yeah.
Thank you, Amy. Kristen, a question from you?
Yeah, hi Amy. Thanks for the great presentation and congrats on the launch this year. I'm curious what initial sort of insights you've discovered around the usage of the test and the app over time since being in market in July, and how are you sort of responding to those insights and feedback?
Yes, women really don't know anything about their hormones. It's a very, very blank space that we need to fill. And so we had some assumptions that maybe they had some knowledge. Now we have to backtrack and really, you know, feed it to them, you know, bit by bit, because there's such a lack of education. The other thing is women are pretty young. We thought we would get the consumer at 45, 47. We're getting 38, 39 that are just not feeling themselves. They're feeling off. They want answers. We're seeing a lot of women that have hormone imbalances that may or may not be because of perimenopause in their late 30s. We're trying to help, you know, bridge that gap with, like, everyone should feel good, whether it's menopause or perimenopause or not. So those are the major things we're changing. I should say improving.
Brian, could I ask you if you have any questions?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that was an awesome presentation. One question I had is you mentioned personalization a little bit and how you guys see in your strategy tying in other personal, whether it's goals, data, to some of the algorithms that you mentioned, the data that you're looking to use from a scientific perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. So another thing the National Menopause Society says is supplements don't work. I don't agree with that statement. I think a lot of supplements are, I've heard of called fairy dusting, or, you know, put it all in the bag, where it's just a hodgepodge of stuff that affects hormones. They put it in a capsule. And really, there's there's supplements that help increase progesterone levels or help increase estrogen or decrease estrogen. And they're most effective when you pair them with the right hormone profile. So if you take hormones and symptoms and you put them together, you can say, you know what, this woman is in early perimenopause. She doesn't have progesterone, but she still has enough estrogen. So let's just support her progesterone production. And then, you know, she'll test again in 6 months, you know, 3 months, whatever. We'll see if that hormone's changed so that she can manage her symptoms. And so instead of taking a very generalized approach of like, okay, here's your HT, it's like, no, let's see what that woman needs right now. Let's follow her through the journey and change solutions so she can get the right solution at the right time.
It's awesome. Thank you.
And we have time for one more question. I was going to hand it to Sean next. Do you have a question?
Yeah, hi, Amy. Thanks for the presentation. That was wonderful. So I was wondering, what is your team structure set up like right now? How are you guys set to sort of, or qualified to execute this vision? How do you plan to fill the gaps? Where are you sort of set up from like a team structure right now? And then how are you thinking about the consumer in this, like acquiring them, going after them and stuff with the team that you have?
Yeah, so our team is currently 12 people, 4 of which engineers. We just onboarded our engineering team about a year and a half ago. We were outsourcing before. And so being able to have everything in-source has been a huge blessing to be able to process the data and refine the algorithms much more effectively, having that in-house. We have amazing customer support, supply chain, marketing. We are always a direct-to-consumer company because fertility and menopause care is typically not covered, especially the hormone testing part. And so really to make the most impact, we do direct-to-consumer. So we're on Amazon, Google, Facebook, all those platforms.